Okay. So guys, the thing is, okay, the thing is which we are the topic when the topic which we are going to discuss today is inbuilt function. Okay, I think every one of you have already get some idea what is this inbuilt function is all about. Okay, I think everyone has got some idea from the pre-class video that what is the inbuilt function is all about. So now let's start the session and we will see each thing one by one and then we will discuss around it. Okay, so now let's move to the first one. So first of all, that when I'm talking about this thing like this type conversion, what is this type conversion is all about? Okay, so the type conversion is something whenever you want to convert your number, basically suppose you want to convert your string to a number, and whenever you want to convert your number to a string, then we have a specific function for that. Okay, so suppose if I take you to the replit, GitHub and all those things you will learn later, okay, in the unit 2. Okay, so now when I'm talking about this thing, like suppose you have a number and suppose I have a number, I'm saying that where num1 equals to, okay, suppose I have a 12, and suppose if I have another number num2 equals to 13. Now suppose later in the future if I want to convert this, if I want to convert this 12, okay, right now you can see that it is actually a number. So if I just check the type of, if you just write the type of console.log, and here if I write what is the type of this one num1, okay, if I run this, now what it will give, it will give me that it is a number. Okay, the data type of this num1 is actually a number, it is not a string. But now suppose if I want to convert this into a string, then for that I have a something which is known as toString function. Okay, I have something which is known as toString function. So now if I write, okay, if I write like if I take another number where x, okay, and in my x if I put num1 dot toString, and if I put a bracket, now what it will do, what this function will do, this will automatically, this will act like a, you can say that it is like a magic lamp. Okay, it will convert this x into a basically a string. So I will write, I will also print x, and what is the type of x. So if I run it, then you will see that it is saying that it is 12, x is 12, and x is actually a string. So in the x, what I have done, I have converted this 12 into a string using this function. Okay, I have converted this x into this function. Similarly, I can do for y. Okay, right now num2 is actually you can see that it is a number. But if I want to convert this thing into this one, if I want to convert this num2 to a string, so I will write num2 dot string. In that case, you will see that if I just print it console.log y, and I will write type of, don't worry, I'll talk about these inbuilt functions abhi in detail, but right now just have patience. Okay, now if I run it, now if I run this, now you will see that it is actually saying 12 and 13 both are string. Okay, now suppose if I remove this, if I remove this, and suppose I am saying that I don't want to create new variables, I only want to convert this num1 into a string. So in that case, just write num1 equal to num1 dot toString. Okay, so what I am doing here, I am putting the, basically here right now num1 is actually a number, but right now what I am doing, I am putting a string value into this num1. After this, basically what I'll do, I will put num2 equals to num2 dot toString. Okay, so if I just do console.log, so here you will Here you will write num1 comma num2, and here you can also check the type of this one. I can also print the type of type of type of. So this is actually num2. Now if I run it, now you will see that what is happening here. It is 12 and 13. Num1 is num2 is 12, 13, and here the type of num1 and num2 is a string. But if I print this num1, the type of num1 and num2 here, now let's see what will be the output. Console.log. And if I run it, now you will see that it is actually here, it is a number, but after converting into a string, so it will be a string. Don't worry, I will tell you like where we actually use in real life. But the thing is, like, this is like a tool I'm giving to you. Like, if suppose you have a number, and how can you convert that number to a string? Now, did you remember that I have given you one question of basically what you need to do? Like, you need to uh, check that whether a number is a palindrome or not. Suppose if I give you a number where x equal to 1 2 1, and you need to tell me whether it is a palindrome or not. But can you, okay, suppose if I want to say that you need to reverse the number. Suppose you want to reverse this number. Okay, 1 2 3, you need to make it 3 to 1. Now, like, if you run a loop, can you run a loop in this number right now? Is it possible that can you run a loop in this one? If I want to access this as a 0th index, if I want to access this as a first index, if I want to access this as a 2 index, it is not possible, na? Because right now this is a number. But if I convert this number into a string, if I convert this number into a string, then it will be possible. Then it will be possible. Because when I converted this 1 to 3 into this one, now if I convert this into this one, then in that case it will become 1 2 3. Okay, so suppose if I just print you like what is the output is coming, console.log x. I just show you, and if I run it, now you will see that it is actually showing 1 2 3. Okay, abhi I'll tell you why OJ is not accepting this. Okay, so basically the thing is ki when you are writing whenever you are writing this much thing, okay, always remember ki basically this is the tool which I'm giving to you, that to string. What it will help you whenever you want to convert the number into a string. Similarly, I have different function, so that if you want to convert string to a number, okay, we can go both side. Problem 1.js, convert string to a number. If you want to convert to a string to a number, okay, so if you want to convert this number to a like string to a number, in that case I will declare an var x equal to, and here you can see that here this number is in a string. And if I convert this number into a number, in that case what I'll do, I will write number and put in a x. Like, this is the way. This is the syntax. Okay, this is the syntax which you need to do. This is a function which I am applying. Maybe the way which we are calling this function is a very different from this one. Okay, the way we are calling this function is very different to this one, but this is the thing how it works. So if I write console.log type of, and if I just write x, now you will see that here I will write node, okay, problem 1.js. So now it is showing me the number thing. Okay, so now remember one thing, whenever you want to convert a string to a number, okay, in that case you will write number in this way. Whenever you require to convert the number into a string, okay, in that case you can directly use num1.toString. Everyone got it? This is actually one of the functions which we have, converting string to a number and number to a string. Now if I move to the next one, Okay, this thing you have already learned, like push and pop. Okay, also remember one more thing. Also remember one more thing. When you are saying that problem2.js, okay, suppose you are saying that where y equal to abc, and you want to convert this abc, suppose there is a only, and you want to convert this into a number. So I will write y equal to number y. And now if I just print this y, console.log y. Okay, now tell me what is the output for this one. So basically, if I run this, now you will see that it will give you nan. Why? Why तुम बकरी से मुर्गी तुम basically why you are making मतलब why you are converting बकरी to a murgi? Is it possible that you can convert a bakri into a murgi? Is it possible that you can convert a goat into a hen? It is not possible, na? So always just see the thing now. Whatever you are converting, when you are applying the function, okay, it's not like you have take the goat and like forcefully you have put into a machine. Okay, otherwise you will not. Yeah, otherwise you will not get a biryani. Otherwise you will get something else. Okay, maybe someday tomorrow you felt like hungry, and what you did, you put your laptop in your fry pan. Okay, because you want to eat something. So putting a laptop in the fry pan is not a logical thing, na? Then where you will code? So basically, like putting the right thing in a right, like in a right function, this is the thing which you need to figure out. Okay, this is the thing which you need to figure out. So always remember, whenever you're doing so, in that case, you will get these type of thing. This is known as nan. Nan basically means it is not possible that you will convert this a into a number. Okay, but if you are writing suppose 12, so okay, then you are a nice person. Okay, you are living in a right society. Okay, you are living with the right kind of people. So that's why you can see that here when I convert this into, then you will get a 12. Right now you will not get a not a number now, because it is 12, and 12 you can put in a, like in this one, in this machine, and after that you will get a number. So always remember this thing. So push and pop, you have already know this thing. We have learned in the basically in the arrays part that we are using already this push and pop. But don't you imagine that from where this push and pop is coming? कभी ख्याल नहीं आया, like we have used a lot of push and pop. Never you thought that like whether hen come first or a egg come first, like hen and egg problem. Okay, so there are a lot of things which need to be answered. There are a lot of questions which you need to be answered, but then right now if I'm talking about, when I'm talking about when I'm talking about this thing push and pop, okay, you might be curious now, what is this, from where this push and pop is coming? Okay, it is already, these functions are already created by the JavaScript developer. You don't need to write it. आपको मेहनत करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Like the JavaScript developer has already done the put the effort on creating these things, and what you are doing, you are sitting relaxed and just using it. Okay, so lazy you all are. Okay, just using the Netflix. But like what amount of effort they are like Netflix is putting like by putting their content, and what you are doing, you are also paying the cost na, to Netflix. So now that is the thing which you need to understand, like what is that's why this today's session is all about. Today's session is all about basically it is all about inbuilt function. Okay, so I just want to tell you that ki what if I give you a magic book? What if I give you a magic book, and in that magic book you will get your all solution? Okay, that magic book which is containing every answer of all of your questions. Okay, so what is this magic book is all about? It is known as documentation. Okay, it is known as documentation. So now, so I just want to tell you something about documentation. Okay, As a programmer, always remember one thing. As a programmer, okay, as a programmer, okay, as a programmer, your job is not only to go to the market and buy the vegetable. Okay, as a developer, as a programmer, when I'm talking about you as a programmer, okay, so if I tell you, like, there are some responsibilities as a programmer, okay, which you need to understand. Like, it is very important that whenever you are in your coding journey, whenever you are in your coding journey, whenever you are going to write the code, okay, basically you need to make a habit of reading a documentation. You need to make a habit of reading a documentation. But now if I tell you, now you will ask me, what is this documentation is all about? What is this documentation? Okay, basically you need to understand one thing. Jabibi, whenever a language is created, suppose many language you have known about, Java, Python, okay, C++, C, many frameworks you already know, React, okay, and tell me more. Like, there are Flask, okay, there are a lot of framework in different languages. You can say that Vue framework, okay, lot of languages, lot of frameworks, okay, that we have discussed in the first class. Okay, each language is actually created, each whenever these languages created, these languages will be created by the someone. Okay, is it true or not? Whenever these languages created, these language will be created by someone. So if they have created the language, so whenever they used to create the language, they also write a particular, you can say that, a handbook. Okay, they also write a complete book on that. Not book, it's just that complete text on that. Okay, complete text on that, which you will find on the internet, which you will find on the internet. In internet, you will find the complete text regarding that Java. Okay, and it is written by the developer who created the Java, by the developer of Java, who actually created the, and what is the thing which they have written in this text? The thing which they have written is like all about syntax, if else, for loop, how the code actually work. It is like, yeah, right, it is like a user manual. Okay, for similarly for Python, the developer has their own developer. Okay, it is the developer who has created the Python language. He's also written the documentation of this one. Okay, so the text which is written by that developer who has created that language, that this is known as documentation. Okay, or you can call it as a official documentation, which we used to call it. This is the official documentation. Every language and everything whichever comes in the market, it always comes with the official documentation which contains all information regarding that. Okay, Python has their own documentation, React has their own documentation, every framework, every language, everything has their own documentation. No, don't consider that phone ke saath wale document. The phone ke saath, the document which you are getting with the phone, it is all about, it is something, it is all about like telling you about the features. But now that this documentation which I'm talking about, it is telling you that how can you write the code in Java. Okay, what are the Java syntaxes, what is conditional statements in Java, how you can run a loop in Java, how can you write the function in Java. Everything is written in the text. It is like a small book. It is like a book for this Java. Now after that, what actually used to happen, like, first of all, whenever a language is created, whenever the language is developed, suppose Java has developed, okay, and suppose JavaScript has developed, suppose, let's take the example of JavaScript developed. So whenever the JavaScript has developed, during that time also their documentation is also released, so that you will understand that how to use this language, how can you write the condition and all those things. And after some time, what used to happen, okay, after some time, the students like you, what do they used to do, they go to the YouTube, okay, and they create their own channel, they create their own talent, and they make the videos on Java, they make the videos on JavaScript. Okay, based on that, whatever they have learned in the documentation, and they will create the videos. Okay, also some developers, some writers also write the book on Java. So you have seen a lot of thing in a Java, like the book on Java. Okay, that is actually done by the, you can say that, those people, these are the outside people, whatever they are doing. Okay, but the main thing which is actually done by, it is actually by developer. This is actually created by the developer. So you can see that it is actually like a very standard thing. It is like a very standard thing. Okay, It is like a standard thing which is written for that thing, like how can you use it for. Now, as a developer journey, as a programmer, okay, as a programmer, you need to understand one thing. Okay, you are like, many technologies will come and many technologies will go. Okay, a lot of time this thing will happen. Right now you can see that React is running. Okay, later in the future something XYZ will run. But now what is the point where you will run all these things? So the main thing of like referring anything is actually your documentation. Whenever you want to learn anything, whenever you want to see what are the updates come. Okay, all the updates first release on the documentation. First update, whenever whenever your application, anything actually got updated, any programming language got updated, all the update first come to the documentation. Okay, so now in the future, like some other language is coming. Okay, suppose the language name is uh just give me any funny name. Okay, any funny name of the language. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so a new language has come. Suppose new language has come whose name is Doraemon. Okay, so new language has come whose name is Doraemon. So now when this new language has come, so from where you will learn all the thing about this language. So it also comes with a documentation. So documentation is something very official thing, and as a developer, you should need to make a habit. I will recommend that make a habit of reading documentation. Habit of reading documentation. It is not about learning. Okay, remember one more thing, not mugging up. You don't say that ki, I need to like remember, not remember everything. Not remember everything. It's just that I'm talking about referring. Okay, whenever you refer it, or eventually some function you will run. Okay, if I talk about array, so did you remember the push and pop? Did you remember push and pop? इसको याद रखने की जरूरत पड़ी? Did you need to remember these things? Automatically you will learn na. So basically eventually this thing happen with the documentation. Eventually this thing will happen with the document. When you keep on using the function which are present in the documentation, eventually you will also get learn it. Okay, so basic function, it will be good that if you know only the basic one. So don't worry about it. Okay, so now one more thing which I want to tell you, like whenever any product release, okay, in computer science, like you have seen that there are a lot of product whenever they have released. Okay, even if I'm talking about any language, any framework, any library, anything, whenever they released, on that release, they also create the documentation. And now later in the future, when this product actually got upgrade, and during that upgrade time, in the documentation you will also find that what are the new things will added, everything. You can say that like documentation is something which is actually going synchronized with this product upgrade. Okay, जो हाथ मतलब documentation always hold a hand of product. तो जब भी like whenever that product will release, you will also find the documentation. Yeah, documentation is free in the websites. Okay, so that's why what we need to do, like basically that's why I'm saying you need to make a habit of reading documentation. Okay, so this is a standard thing. This is the best practice which you can do, and you can say that this is the best notes which you can follow. Now I just want to tell you one thing, कि when I'm talking about the documentation, the official documentation of JavaScript, okay, official documentation of JavaScript you will find in MDN. Okay, you will find in MDN. Okay, so this JavaScript documentation is actually maintained by Mozilla. Okay, this documentation is actually maintained by Mozilla. Mozilla is from the same community. Mozilla is from the same community, which is the same community from the JavaScript. Like it is something like when I'm talking about CBSC. Okay, now tell me who standardized the syllabus of CBSC? Who standardized the syllabus of CBSE? NCRT. Okay, NCRT is actually responsible for standardizing the CBSE syllabus. Similarly, what actually happening here, Mozilla is actually maintaining the basically the documentation of all the JavaScript. Now, remember one thing when I'm talking about this one. So basically, Mozilla is a part of the same community who developed JavaScript. Okay, and Mozilla actually maintained the docs of like this JS. Now, some students are also saying that what about W3 school? Now, student about also talking about what is the W. How many of you have think about this thing? What is this W3 school then? Okay, why we need to go to MDN if we have W3 school? Now remember one thing, W3 school is for kids. Okay, documentation, professional documentation is for the professionals. Now you came to Masai to become a professional, not a kid. Okay, so leave this habit of reading, go to the like official documentation. It might be boring, it will be boring, but don't worry about that. Eventually, if you get the habit, then for like any technology, whatever will come, okay, whatever will come, you will get used to it. Okay, so just want to, yeah, you can say that MDN is for legends. So now just want to give you an just want to show you something. Okay, so if I talk about MDN docs, okay, now you can see that this is actually MDN docs. And now if I go to the HTML, so MDN also maintain the HTML, CSS and all those things. That thing you will learn in the unit 2, but right now I'm talking about the JavaScript. So here you can see that they are maintaining a lot of things here. JavaScript is lightweight. Every information you will get it here. All the functions, whatever they are implementing, you will find it here. Okay, as I said, it is not only about JavaScript. If I go to Google and if I write Python docs, okay, so this will give you the documentation of Python. Okay, this is the documentation of Python. All the every release, whenever whenever the Python version update, for that updation, also the documentation also released. Okay, so you can see that 3.10, the different documentation is that 3.9, different documentation is there. If I go to another one, if I write React docs, so if I open it, then you can see that like what is happening here. So like if I go to open this one, now you can see that this is the React documentation. Okay, this is the documentation of React. So basically that is the point which you need to understand. So every language, even if I talk about anything, okay, every language has their own documentation. So if I say Node JS docs, so these are different frameworks which I'm talking about. Okay, so now here I came to the JavaScript documentation. So now let's talk about something. Okay, so let's go to the arrays. So we already learned about arrays. Yeah, whenever you got any stuck, any problem, anything, okay, whenever you want to read about anything, whenever you want to find some function, in that case you can directly refer this documentation. Okay, so 1 second. Now you can see that, like as I told you, like these are the functions. Okay, don't worry about these prototype and all those things. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. So you, what will happen? Basically, you don't need to worry about these prototype and all that. You will understand this thing later, because in unit 3 you will get to know about advanced JavaScript. Okay, so right now I just want to show you some functions. So if I come to the push function, so you have seen this, like here you can see that a lot of function is coming here. Okay, here you can see that there is not one or two function. There are a lot of inbuilt functions which are there. You don't need to remember it. When you keep on using it, you will eventually remember everyone. Okay, now what I have chosen, I have choose this push function, array prototype push. Now here you can see that this is actually a push function. Now this is the thing, this is for that you are asking me this question now, how to read docs and understand. Yahi to main, this is the session for today's session is all about. Okay, how to read the documentation and understand. So first of all, just here here I go to the push function. So now let's read. So what it is giving, it is actually giving you the description of push function. After that, you can also run this code. Okay, this is actually the syntax, this is the description, And you can, if you go down, then you can see also this thing key to which browser this is actually compatible. So it is saying that it is compatible to Chrome, it is compatible to Edge, it is compatible to Firefox, it is compatible to Internet Explorer, it is compatible to Opera, Safari, like all these one. Okay, now this is the point. Now remember one thing, like here you can see the like description of this one, what push used to do. So it is saying that, just read it, कि push method adds one or more element to the end of an array and returns the new length of the array. Okay, it is also telling me what it actually returns. Returns basically means what is the return, because that function also returns something, na? So you already know about return from the previous session. Key, the function also returns something, so it is also giving you the description what is the return value. Return basically means कि वो return क्या करता है. Okay, we will see about it. Parameters, how many parameters you used to take that. So it is saying that okay, like you can give one parameter, you can give two parameter, and you can give three parameter. It's up to you. Okay, it is also giving you a description. So now let's see. So here, if I copy this code, okay, here if I copy this code and go to this point, now if I write problem 3.js, problem 3.js, okay. Now if I copy this code here, now you will ask me this question, what is this const? Okay, what is this const? I will say that कि भूल जाओ, where याद रखो. In your life you only have where. Okay, just forget the where constant, because we didn't learn that thing. Okay, for now forget that thing, so just convert into a where. Now here you can see that, like where animals. So animals is like there are three animals: pigs, goats, and sheep. Okay, now can you see this one thing here? So what I'm doing here, I'm pushing the animals in my animals array. I am pushing the cows. Okay, so if I print it, you already know that what will happen. Okay, in my animals, and if I run it, node problem 3.js, now you can see that cows will get added. But where it actually added, it added at the last. It actually added in the last. Now if I go to the documentation, now it is what it is saying, that method adds one or more element to the end of an array. Why it is saying that add one or more element? You can see that syntax. The syntax is saying that either you can put one element, or either you can put two element. Okay, now you can see that, like if I put cows, and if I write what is that? So if I write buffalo, okay, you can either write in a single quote and double quotes, it's up to you. Okay, so now if I run this, now you will see that it is also giving me the buffalo. Even you can also add three items. That's why the documentation was saying this thing, either you can add one element, two element, or three element. Now one more thing, now let's see if I only want to add cows. Okay, now just read the documentation again, and just go to the documentation, and here you see the code, sample code. And now later in this one, you can also see the return value. Return value is saying that what your function is returning. So it is saying the new length property of the object which method was called. It is saying that ki now this function is actually returning something. But what it is returning? It is returning the length of the array now. Previously the length of the array is 3, but जब हमने गाय को जोड़ा, like when we have added this cow, okay, in that case what happened? The total number of elements of array will become 4. So where count equal to, because it is returning something. So if I print count, and if I run it, now you will see that it is saying 4. Why it is saying 4? The 4 is saying because I have added this cow and it is returning the 4th thing. Yeah, you can say that methods and functions are same. Okay. So this is the point here. This is how you can read the documentation and use it. Okay, you can also run the code here, and it will give you the output of whatever code is actually returning here. It is giving you the count 4. Why? Because after adding cow, your element will become 4. Okay, this is your animals, and here you can see that here I'm adding 3 element. So this is how you can access it. Abhi, now after this, here this is actually my push function. Now after that, if I go to the pop function, you already know about this pop one. You all are actually already familiar with this pop function. Okay, so what is this pop function is all about? Whenever you want to delete something. Okay, so now if I go to the replit, okay, one student is asking me ki one second, where is the replit? Okay, so now one student is asking me why it is giving me count. Okay, why it is giving me count. Okay, count, so basically we can get the count, we can get the length of the array using dot length of an array na. We can also get the length using animals dot length. You can also get the length using this one. Okay, so but why it is returning, this thing? अब ये बताओ, मेहमान घर पे आया, some guest has coming to your home, and they also have like they also took some return gift for you. Is it bad? Is it bad that they have took some return gift for you? That So don't worry na ki if it is also giving you the length. Now you're asking me why the like guest came and why they have given me the return gift. It's just that array is giving you a gift that, okay, if you are calling me, then I will also return you something. So it is saying that I will return you the length of the array. Okay, so now you can also use animals dot length. It will also give you the length of an array. Okay, either you can also directly, if you are pushing something, in that case also it is returning. And even if you don't want, then just don't write it. Okay, if you don't want that value, karne do return. Like mehman aaya ghar pe, if he is giving me the gift, then I will not use it. Okay, so it is actually depends upon the developer who is actually, it is depends upon the developer who is actually creating that thing. Okay, it is not your and my choice. Even if I maybe if I was a developer now, then I will not return anything because you guys don't like it. Then in that case I won't return anything. I would say that, okay, no, just push kar diya, your job is done. Now I'm not returning anything. Okay, so it all depend upon the developer. It all depend upon the developer who is actually creating it. It all depends upon the developer who is actually creating it. It is their choice na. So now if I'm talking about this thing like animal dot push, so if I go to the next one, pop problem 4 dot js. Now suppose there are some people, okay, I'm putting in the array. So the people I'm putting is Ramdas, Haridas, and Kalidas. Now you can also use the pop function here. Now if I just come to this pop one, what it is saying that pop method removes the last element from an array and returns that element. Okay, also focus in this one, what it is saying, returns that element. If you go to the syntax, then syntax is saying that, like, this is the syntax pop. And now if I'm talking about return value, so return value, what it is returning, the removed element, whatever you are taking out from the like array. So now if I just write it here, people dot pop, if I write people dot pop, okay, now in that case what will happen if I just print the array console dot log people, and now if I run it, now if I run it, I have written the wrong name. Okay. So if I run this, now you will see that we have removed the Kalidas. Okay, the Kalidas are actually removed because we have used the people.pop. Now here you can also see that like documentation is saying that it is also returning something. And what is it returning? Returning the removed element, whatever you are removing. So if you just write, if you just want to see what it is returning, so you will write X, and after that you will print console.log X. And if I remove it, now you will see that it will print Kalidas because Kalidas is the element which actually got removed. So this information I got from the documentation. Documentation say that this function is actually working like this. Okay, so you can follow this pattern. So basically that is the point of pop function. And if you are going in the depth, so you can just read it, everything, whatever you want. Now let's come to the next one. Okay, let's come to the next function. Return value, whenever you are returning something, it is not always, you can also put like in this way. You can also write people.pop. Okay, you can, if I commenting this code. So after that, you can directly, it's not always, if you want to put in your variable, you can directly write here because eventually you already know the people.pop is also returning Kalidas. So Kalidas will automatically printed using console.log. So if I returning it, so it is printing Kalidas. Otherwise, the other ways, what you can do, you can write this var x and people.pop, and instead of people.pop, you can put x here. So it is your way how you are writing the code. Okay, no, people.pop will permanently, it will delete permanently. If I just show you what is the people array. People array is actually always whenever you are calling the pop function, that element will always deleted. Okay. So now let's come to the next one, that is index of. That is, this is known as last index of. Okay. So now what it is saying that just if I read this thing, what is this last index of is saying? What is this last index of is saying? It is saying that key last index of method returns the last index at which a given element can be found in the array. Jahan pe bhi chor, like it will found whenever a enemy will found in the last position of an array, we will return it. Okay, suppose if I have this animals. Okay, if I have this animals. Now, if I want to find what is the position of dodo, what is the, just tell me what is the position of dodo? What is the position of dodo? So position of dodo is 0 and 3. Okay, but what is the last position of dodo? Like when the dodo is actually occurring at the last, like from the last. From the last, the dodo is actually, this is the last occurrence of the this one. Na? So that's why this function is all about this one. So if I go to this one, here you will see that it is saying that console.log. And if you are just printing this thing, console.log, and in this one, inside this one, if you write last index of, okay, this is the function name. And inside this, if I just put the dodo, and if I just run it, now let's see what it is actually returning. So if I go here, and you will find that the syntax is this one, and return is that it will return the last index of the element of the array, and -1 if not found. So if I just run it, now you will see that it is actually saying that did I return the last index of? Okay, I need to write animals. dot animals dot. So this is the syntax actually. Animals dot last index of dodo. Okay, so this is the way how I can call it, and how I got to know that I need to write in this way from the documentation, because documentation is saying that what is the syntax. Okay, whatever you want to search element. So animals dot last index of whatever you want to find in this way. So if I run it, now you will see that it is giving me 3. Why 3? Because this is the 0th position, 1 position, 2 position, 3 position. The third location is this one. Okay, so now you can see this thing like animals dot dodo. Now where, if I write people, now just give me some funny names. Jamna Das, Pandu, Kalicharan, Shambhu. Not Shambhu is not a funny name. Elaichi. Okay. And suppose like the one name is again coming. Augie. Okay. And if I again write Pandu. So basically when I'm saying this thing, and if I want to find the last index of this one, now tell me what is the last index of Augie? What is the last index of Augie? What is the last index of Augie? Okay, let's see what is the last index of Augie. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 4th. Okay, so the last index is 4. If I run it, 1 second. Why it is giving me -1? Okay, it is animals now. Here I have written animals, but it is people. So you can see that it is giving me 4. It is giving me 4. Why 4? Because the last position of Augie is 4. Last position is of Augie is 4. So this is all about last index of. Now, if you explore more in the documentation, now you will see that it is saying that if I write like -1 if it is not present, it will return -1 if it is not present. So instead of Augie, if I write Jerry, okay, and if I try to run this code, then it is actually replying me with -1. Why -1? Because Jerry is not present in this one. Jerry is not present in this one. Okay, so if Jerry is not present in this one, you will also read in the documentation that it is saying that it will return the last index at which given element can be found in an array, and -1 if it is not present. So here you can also see that last index of the element in the array and -1 if it is not present. So this is the reason why it is actually doing behaving in this way. Okay, and now you also have you can also see that there is a last index of search element from index. What is this from index is all about? And you can also see that from index is just an optional thing. Okay, so basically from index is telling you कहाँ से search करना शुरू करना चाहते हो, फिर from which index you want to start your search. So if I write this one, okay, now if I comment it, if I go to the next one, so this is the syntax, and if I go to the back one, and if I write, if I copy this one, now you can see one thing here. It is saying that if I want to do the console.log, Now it is saying that from which element you want to search. So I want to search Pandu. Okay, and it is saying that start from which index. So I'm saying that I want to start from 2. I want to start from 2. Okay. Now tell me at which index it will it will actually now if I want to search for if I want to search for the Kalicharan. Now tell me what is the index of, like, when I want to search from 2, then what is the index? Okay, if I run it, now you will see that people dot, you can see that it is giving me 2. Why it is giving me 2? Because let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can see one thing here. It is saying that just start your searching from the second index. So from this index it will start, and this will actually got neglected. And it will start from here, Pandu, Kalicharan, Elaichi, Oge, and from here it will find out that Kalicharan at this Kalicharan is actually at this position. Okay. Okay, sorry. It is actually 0, it is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4, it is 5. It is saying that I want to search from 2. So 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so it will start his searching from this index. And when it will actually start from this search in this one, in that case, you will find out that Kali Charan, the last position is where Kali Charan gaming is 2. So that's why it is giving you the output 2. Okay, now if I write 3, if I want to start my search from 3, now what will be the output? Why it is giving 3? Why it is giving me 3? One second. Supriya, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Am I audible? तुम्हारा आवाज थोड़ा कट रहा है.
Actually, I'm facing network issue.
Okay,
Hello.
okay. But you can hear me, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, देखो. If I whatever I'm writing here, na, whatever I'm writing here, it is actually the start, and it is actually the start index. Okay, from where I want to start my search. Even if I'm not putting this thing, in that case, what will happen? It will try to search this Kali Charan in the complete array. But when I put a comma and when I'm saying 2, okay, just for a test, so it will, what it will do, it will go to the second index directly. So this is a 0th index, 1 index, and 2 index. It will say that, okay, I'll start my search from here and I will ignore this one. And from here, I will search that, okay, from where the Kalicharan is coming. For me, these element doesn't exist. So in that case, it will search for this position and eventually find that Kalicharan at this position, basically. So it will return the index of Kalicharan. So 2 will get returned. Okay. Now if I put 3, if I put 3 here, now understand one thing. When I'm putting 3, so in that case, what will happen? The 3 indexes 0, 1, 2, and 3. So here it will start his search from this point. And now in that case, you already know that Kalicharan is not present in this one, in these 3. So that's why it will result -1. Getting it, everyone? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. देखो, 1 second. देखो, ये what is this thing? Whatever I want to search. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
What is this thing?
From where we have to search it.
जहाँ से मैं I will start my searching position of where I will start my searching.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? If I am not writing this 3, if I'm not writing this 3, if I'm just writing Kalicharan, in that case it will try to completely search this Kalicharan in the complete array.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? But if I write in this way, and suppose if I'm writing comma 3, in that case it will directly go to the third index, 0, 1, 2 and 3. ठीक?
Okay.
And in this third index, now from here it will try to search whether it is able to find Kalicharan or not. So can you see any Kalicharan in these 3?
No, sir.
So it is actually the from where you want to start, and now that's why it will return -1.
मतलब आगे सर्च करेगा उससे.
हाँ, उसके हाँ उसको लेके उसको इंक्लूड करके उससे आगे.
ठीक है सर. थैंक यू.
ठीक है ना? ओके. It doesn't matter na whether names are present side by side or anywhere. Just blindly go to that position and it will try to find that thing in this one. Suppose here also, even if I'm starting from 2 and even if I'm writing Kalicharan here, now you will see that from where the Kalicharan is coming, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I will start my searching from here. So which position will get printed? The last one na? The last one is this one, because ये भी print हो सकता था, but it won't get printed. Why? Because it is the question is that it is printing the last index of wherever the last position where he will find the Kalicharan. Okay, if it is giving -1 to you, that means you have written something wrong. Please check what you are searching there. Okay, guys, let's take 5-minute break, then we'll back and we'll continue from. Okay, basically, okay, I made a mistake. I didn't read the, okay, that is a problem where that is the issue when we don't read the documentation properly. Okay, what it is saying that the position in the array at which to start, it will start searching backwards. Okay, so default to the array minus. Okay, so it is actually, it will start, okay, basically it start searching backwards. Okay, I need to check 1 second. So when I'm saying this thing, okay, I need to recheck it. 0, 1, 2, and I want to search the Kalicharan and 0, 1, 2. Okay, now in that case, what will happen? Okay, if I run it, node problem 6.js, it is actually returning me at this point. So basically, if I go to this like second index 0, 1, 2, and from this point, it is only checking in the backward direction, not in the forward direction. ओके वो यहाँ पे मतलब ये इस वाले इंडेक्स पे आने के बाद यहाँ से पीछे चेक कर रहा है कि वेयर कालीचरण इज एक्चुअली एग्जिस्ट. It actually going to that second index, and now from there it is checking going in the backward direction, not in the forward direction. That is my mistake, sorry. And now Kalicharan is actually present at the second one. Okay, now suppose if I go to this position, like where Pandu is actually present. So suppose if I go to the Pandu, okay, now in that case what will happen? Okay, sorry, that's my mistake. I may now if I come to this point, and now in that case, what will happen? Suppose if I go to the Pandu one position, basically you can see that Pandu is here. Now at this position, it will search in the backward direction. Okay, it will go into the backward direction. It will search Kalicharan, but it unable to find out that because in this one it is not there is no Kalicharan. That's why it is running one. So basically what it is saying that इस index पे जाओ, go to that index and वहां से पीछे की तरफ ढूंढो. Go to that index and find your chore in the backward direction, not in the forward direction. So whatever index you are writing here, go to that location and now search in the backward direction. This is what the this last index of documentation is saying. So basically the position in the array at which to start searching backwards. Okay, it is not forward. So it was just what you can say that key by chance it is actually giving the right result at that time. Okay, because matlab the situation was setting up like that ki that was giving the output, right output at that time. Okay, that's why unable to figure out, but okay, thank you for noticing it. Okay, so now if I talk about this last index, so this is all about. Now if I come to the next one, so the next index is, so next index, if I go to the next one, so I'll just show you, this is index of. Okay, so basically what it is saying that it returns the first index at which a given element can be found in the array. So as like the last index of return the last index, but the first index actually return the first index where actually it present. Okay, first index basically means if you start from the beginning, what is the first index where the Kali Charan is present? And when I'm talking about the last index is talking about कि आखिरी में कहाँ खड़ा है. First index of is talking about पहले में कहाँ खड़ा है. Okay, if I start from the beginning, okay, where it is actually starting. So suppose if I go to the next one, problem 7.js. Now if I put it here, if I copied this thing, now if I just try to print the, now you will see that it is actually printing the last index. So instead of putting in a console log, what I'll do, I will put in a variable. Okay, so now it will be where, okay, and now this is x. This is the last index of, okay, and now I want to give the, so I can give this name as last index. I'll give this name as last index. The next variable which I want to give is first index. For first index, I have the function index of people dot index of, and what I want to find Kali Charan. So in that case, I'll remove this one. And now let's see what is the output. Console.log. According to the syntax, I is small. Okay, I is small according to the syntax. So last index. I will write last index. Okay, this is the last index value. And if I want to print the first index, console.log first index. Now let's, if I run it. Okay, if I run it, 1 second. .js. Now you will find it last index is 3 and first index is 2, where the Kali Charan is present. You can see that last index is 3, first index is 2. Okay, don't worry, this is just a variable name. Okay, it doesn't matter. Variable name, you can put anything, but you need to put these things in a right manner. So why is it saying that last index is 3? Because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the last index where Kali Charan is present. When I'm talking about the first index, okay, for first index, what you need to do? For first index, you need to write index of. So first index is actually present at 2 location. Okay, this is the first index and this is the last index. So basically what is this? There is a difference between the last index function and index of function. So now you can work on this one and you can see that what it is saying, that it is saying that method return the first index at which a given element is found in the array, and -1 if it is not present. It will return -1 if it is not present. And now you can see that there it is saying that search element and search element from index. Now what is saying that the index to start the search at. So basically it will start its search from that position when you are giving the from index. In that case, what will happen? If the index is greater than or equal to the array len, in that case it will return minus. So what it is saying that in this case when I'm talking about index of, ठीक है, जब हम in this case when I'm talking about index of, 1 second, when I'm talking about last index of, you already remember this one thing कि जब मैं last index के बारे में बात कर रहा था, when I was talking about last index of, it was searching in the backward direction. But now in this case what will happen, it will search in the forward direction. Okay, so 0 1 2 and 3. Don't say that what is the real world use of last index and index of. This basically this functionality you will use whenever when you are developing some application na, at that point maybe you want something, so it is actually a tool which you used while solving a problem. Okay, so this is something like an array, and from array if I want that element, if I want minimum element, if I want maximum element, if I want last index of that element, if I want first index of that element, so it depends upon the problem statement. So now here if I write 3, so in that case what will happen if I run it? It is returning me first index is 3. Why first index is 3? देखो, always remember one thing कि जब भी when I'm talking about index of, don't get confused when you just write the code or like by yourself, no? Then you will get the clarity. Just remember one thing, index of give you the first index of that element, first index of that element in array wherever is actually coming first time. When I'm talking about last index of, in this case what will happen, it will give you the last index from where it is actually coming, last index. Okay, and now suppose if you are going giving any position also, तो वो क्या करेगा, in this case what will happen, in the array it will go to that position and search in the backward direction, and search in the backward direction. Okay, not backward direction, sorry. When you are in this last index of, if you are giving any position, in this position what will happen, it will go to that array, it will go to the array and it will search in the backward direction in the last index of. And in the first index of, if you are giving any position, in this case it will happen, it will go to the array and it will search in the forward direction. This is the difference and nothing else. Okay, and if you just write this thing on your copy na, like when you will just try it by yourself, then you will get the clarity, okay, how it is working. Okay, if there is more element same name than it's using, so in that case just try yourself on the compiler, then you will get the clarity. Okay, so that is the difference between you can say that the first index of, and here you can see that here I'm trying to search Kali Charan using index of. Index of is actually, and if I go to the third position, so in that case what will happen, it will go to the third location 0 1 2 3, and from this location it will try to search where the Kali Charan is present. Okay, in the forward direction, because यहाँ पे index of है. It will not search in the reverse direction. So that's why it is Kali Charan, because of index of. Why? Because it is searching in a forward direction. So now let's come to the next one. Let's come to the next one. And the next one is shift. Okay. Guys, did you remember that I told you like if you want to push anything into an array, okay, if you want to pop, problem 8.js. Okay, tell me one thing. If I'm writing this thing, if I'm writing people dot pop, now what will happen? Console.log, if I print people, now tell me what will happen. what will happen? The last one will get deleted. So if I just execute it, can you see that the last one is get deleted? Okay. Now instead of this pop, if I put shift, now what will happen? If I show you an output, what will happen if I run it? Can you see that the first index is deleted? Can you see that the first element is deleted? So basically pop is for whenever you want to delete from the last, and shift is for whenever you want to delete from the start. Okay. Pop whenever you want to delete from the last, and shift is for whenever you want to delete from the front. So if I go to this here, then method remove the first element. Method remove the first element of an array and return that removed element. Okay, this is exactly like pop, but in that case, what will happen? It actually removes the first element. Like, yeah, it is deleted permanently. It is deleted permanently because when I'm printing this people, now you can see that one is not present here. And similarly, as I said, if you write, क्योंकि what it is saying that here in this documentation, if you read, it is saying that in the return value, it will return the removed element. So if I just want to see what is that removed element, console.log. So what is that removed element? No, you cannot undo it. You cannot undo it, that element up. So now that removed element is 1. Okay, now you can reuse this x. That is possible. You can reuse this x. That's up to you. Okay, this x value, you can reuse it, but right now just understand that whenever I'm talking about shift, it is actually popping out. Now let's come to the next one, that is problem 9.js. Now if I just talk about unshift, if I want to talk about unshift, this is unshift. Okay, now in that case, what will happen? Suppose if I'm taking an array where array equal to 1 2 3. Okay, now tell me if what is the output of this one? Array dot push 4 console.log array, and if I run it, now in that case, what will be the output? Second. Now if I run it, now you can see that 1 2 3 4. Now if I put, instead of push, if I put unshift, now what will be the output? It will add the element in the front, 4 1 2 3. Okay, the 4 will get added in the front, like 4 1 2 3. Everyone getting it? What is happening here? So basically you can also insert multiple values, 4 5 6 7. If you are writing 4 5 6 7, automatically 4 5 6 7 get inserted in the front. Similarly, like push will add all the values in the last, and if you are writing this, then in that case what will happen? It will add 4 5 6 1 2 3. This is an array. Okay, it is like showing like in this way, but it is actually an 4 5 6 7 1 2 3. Okay, and now when you want to put shift, in that shift, what will happen? It will actually delete the first element. When I'm talking about shift, it will delete the first element, that is 1. It is actually working like a pop. It is working like a pop. Okay, but now popping from the front. But when I'm talking about shift is actually popping like from a front. Pop is actually deleting from the end. Okay, so if you want to delete something, if you want to add, this is an array. If you want to add something here, Okay, so you can call it as a basically, if you want, so you can call it as a push. And if you want to add something here, so you can call it unshift. Given an array, if you want to delete this thing, then you can call pop. If you want to delete something, then you can call it shift. Okay, so this is the difference. Now let's move to the next one, that is problem 10. And if I go to the, if I take you to the documentation, you can also take an example, syntax of also you can understand, and written what is, it is also written the length of the that thing, that array. So that is the theme. Now if I go to the next one, that is join. So it is join. Okay, what it is doing, it is actually okay. Now can you see this thing, like here I am writing something like where elements. Okay, where x, if I write m a n. Now this is here, you can see that here in x equal to actually containing MAN. Now here I'm writing a code. Okay, just clearly see that and tell me what is this code is doing. What this code will do. Where bag equal to this one. And now I'll run a loop for where I equals to 0, I less than x dot length, I plus plus. Now tell me one thing. If I bag equal to bag plus x of I, and if I just print console.log bag, now tell me what is the output of this one. Everyone, just think about it. What is the output of this one? It will add the, it will take m, after that it will concatenate with a, after that it will concatenate with n. So basically when I run this, so here in this case it is giving me the output man. Okay, everyone is getting this. Now instead of this, if I don't want to write this logic, if you are like fed off this thing, if you don't want to write this logic, so what I can do, I can directly write where bag equal to, okay, write x dot join and put bracket. So what I have done, I have written this instead of this x. Okay, this is actually my array. This is my array. You can see this thing here. What I'm writing, array dot join. Okay, Abhi, this is actually inbuilt function. Na? What actually used to do here, you can see that what it is happening. The join method creates and return a new string by concatenating all of the element in an array. So here I'm putting array dot join and then I'm putting bag here because it will return the output here in this one. And if I print the bag, now let's see what is the output. This is the function of that function. Here you can see that it is actually putting a comma in between. Can you see here what it is doing? It is putting a comma in between. Okay, but now can you observe here? It is putting a comma in between, everyone. Okay, so I'll just show you what it is doing. Like whenever it concatenate, it automatically put a comma. Like here you can see that what it is doing. Whenever you concatenate anything using this array dot join, you can basically, this is the functionality of the join. Na? यही तो documentation में लिखा है. In the documentation, it is saying that it will actually concatenate it, and automatically the default separator is comma. Okay, the default separator will be comma, because it is saying that separated by commas, or separate like, or like if you want to give any particular string, you can also see that here it is saying that separator. Okay, the syntax is this one. So the syntax is like, if you want to give your own separator, you can put a like inside the inverted comma, you can also put a dash here, or even if you don't want to, you can just put a space, and you can just put a without thing. If you are using in this way, in that case, what will happen? Let's see. If I run it, now you can see that it is giving me man. Why? Because in the separator, in between this, what I am saying that ki jabhi bhi, whenever you are collecting this thing, whenever you are collecting this man, so in that case, don't put anything, man. But suppose if I put, suppose if I put dash, in that case, what will happen? If I run it, it will give m dash a dash n. Everyone is getting this? What is happening here? It is not, ये तो already string ही है, basically already it is a string. It is actually, it is concatenating everything in a single one. And even if you want to put a dollar, you can also run it and it will add a dollar in between, man. So that is the beauty of this join. But if you are not giving anything, if you are not giving anything, by default it will add comma. So now you don't need to write this lot of logic for this thing. Okay, whenever you are doing, you can directly use the join function, and join function will help you. It is not difficult to remember. Abhi tum isko, like you will use it 5,000 times. Okay, you will use it 5,000 times. You can also write web 17. Okay, even if I write in this way, automatically if I run it, now you can see that m web 17, a web 17, it will add in between. It's up to you, whatever you want to give. So here, if I'm not, I don't want to give anything. If I just run it. Okay, so nice question. So you are asking me, what if the array is containing number elements 1, 2, 3? Suppose the array is containing number elements. Let's see what will happen. Now, if you run it, now it will give you 1, 2, 3. It actually concatenate everyone 1, 2, 3. So it is actually putting in a bag. Okay, it is something. It is same like this logic is same. Okay, now let's do one thing. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's create our own function. And let's problem 11.js. Okay, and now let's create our own function, and which will do the same task. And I want to give that function a name. And my function name is favicol. Okay. This is a combination which will not break. So this is a function which I'm creating, because I can give my function my own name. Na? So now in this case, what I will do, I will create a bag, where bag equal to this one. And I will take an array And now in this case, what I will do, I will write for where I equal to 0, I less than bag, I plus plus. And in that case, bag equal to bag plus array of I. Console.log bag. Sorry, it will be array.length. Okay. Now, can you see that what it is happening? It is actually doing this task. Now, instead, when at the end, when my output is actually generated, in the end, I can just return the bag. Okay. So basically at this point, my bag will be ready with concatenating. But what is this array will contain? So I'll pass the array from outside. I will write where array equal to first m comma a comma n. So console.log, you can say that console.log, I will call favicol using a value which is array. So here I'm calling the favicol function. Okay, we giving an array to it. And when it will take the array, it will take a bag and it will return it. So I'll just show you what is the output. Now you can see that it is giving me the output man. It is giving me the output man. But now the question here is, now the problem here is, this is not behaving like in that way. This is actually not behaving in that way, okay, which I want here. Like in this one, if I add a dash, it will also return me that man in a dash. 1 2 3. Okay, if I write here man, okay, if I write it now, in that case it will give me m dash a dash n. Now if I go to the problem 11, now you can see here in this one, it is not giving me m dash. So here I will put a comma. So if I just show you the dry run of this one, देखो क्या होगा इसमें. Let's see. Basically array is actually man. This favicol array will get called, and this will get my array here, what it is containing, m, a, and n. Now after this, what will happen? You can see that I is equal to 0. I will go to the array length. What is the array length? So array length is that is 3. Now when my I is 0, so 0 is less than 3, that is true. Now in that case, what will happen? Bag equal to bag plus array of 0. Okay, and bag is right now empty, plus array of 0. Array of 0 is basically m. So m will contain. Now after this, I equal to 1. 1 is less than 3, that is true. Now bag equal to bag plus array of 0. Bag equal to bag plus array of 0. A bag will contain, bag is containing m, and array is containing not 0, it is actually 1, sorry. Okay, now I is 1, I is actually containing a. So it will add m with a. So it will be ma. Okay, now your I will become 2. 2 is less than 3, that is true. So bag equal to bag plus array of 2. So bag is containing ma, array of 2 is containing n. So it will give you the output man. Eventually I equal to 3, 3 is less than 3, that is false. ये तो out हो जाएगा. But can you see this man? So that is the thing which is actually happening here. At every iteration, and eventually you are returning the man here, and now your man will go to the this one, and it automatically get printed. So this is the same logic which we have written this code a lot of times, hajaro bar. It's not hajaro bar, but it will be like few number of times we have written this thing. Okay. So basically here what I am doing, here I am written the bag, and bag will come here, and favicol of array will get printed, and it will return the bag. It is not confusing. Abhi when you will keep on solving some question, then you will get clarity. That's why I am saying don't go into the new questions. Whatever question I solved in the previous session, in the function class, make a note of all these questions. That will be 6-7 questions. Okay, and repeat those questions in a like many number of times. Then you will get like complete hack of the function, how the function is actually working. Now, but the problem here is every time in every case, what is happening here? It is here I don't have the liberty that if I want to add the dash here, it is always giving me man. So what I'll do, I will select a character here. I will make my function like that. I will put a character, and in the character, I will put a dash that I want to dash here. Okay. Now array, comma, character. I will pass a character here from here. And now here also, comma, character, whatever character I want to add. Now after this, whenever I'm adding to element to my bag, after that I will add a plus character. Automatically, after adding m, automatically that character will get added, dash. Okay, automatically that character will get added in this case. So in that case, if I run it, now you can see that what is happening. It is also adding the last one. Okay, Can you see that what it is doing? It is also adding the dash in the last. Why it is adding the dash in the last? Because the problem here is कि whenever I'm adding m, after that dash will get added. After that, when I'm adding a, तो dash will get added उसके साथ. Like dash is like a gift you are getting. Okay, whenever you are adding m, whenever I'm adding n, a dash is also get added. But I don't want this dash. I don't want this dash. Okay, so in that case, what I will do, I will not run my loop till last. I will not run my loop till last. I will go less than -1. -1 basically means minus. Why I'm writing -1? -1 basically means if I'm running a loop MAN. So previously my loop was running till MAN. But right now in this case, I will leave the last element. I will leave the last. I will not run till this point. I will doing -1. So automatically what will happen? M dash A dash will get added, but N will remain left. So when I will add it, I will add it at this point. यहाँ पे I will add it. Bag equal to bag plus array of, basically here I will declare a variable last index. What is the last index of the array? So it will be array dot length -1. This is the last index of the array. So now array of last. So here what I am doing, in the loop I am only adding till a. Okay, in the loop I'm not going till last. I'm going till a. I'm leaving the last element as it is and I'm adding that element in the last, so that I don't need to add the dash again. So if I run it, now you will see that MAN is actually came. You can also put if else condition, it's up to you. You can also put a if else condition, and the if else condition is that what you can put, if basically if I equals to if I not equals to array dot length -1. Okay, so till that time what you'll do, you will keep on adding this thing. That is fine. Okay, if I is not the last character of the array. Otherwise what you can do, you can directly add bag array, but here in this one I will not add the character. Now you need to understand this code, okay, yourself, and think about it what I have done. Agar if you are talking about the last character, so in that case, if you are not the last character, in that case add everything into the bag. But if you are the last character, that means you will come into the else. So in that case, just add the character. Okay, अरे complicated नहीं है. That's why I'm saying it is not like a very complicated thing. One second, what is happening? It is just a new thing. Why it is doing only m dash a dash? Basically one second. Like if I am talking about array. Okay. So here I'm running my loop till -1 na? So I need to run till last. MAN. Okay, the reason I am showing you this favicol thing is so that I want to tell you that how developer used to write the code. How developer basically how the when the like these functions, how these function actually work inside. Okay, यहाँ पे मैंने अगर मैं आपको सिंपल भाषा में बताऊं, if I tell you in a very simple language what this code is doing, देखो like okay, so what will happen here, what is happening here, so here I have man. So what is my logic is doing, I am also passing the character. I'm also passing a character because I want to tell the man that कि बीच में आप please ये dash dash भी add करना. Okay, but according to the code, what is actually happening when I was writing the previous code, in that case, what is happening when the m is when the m is actually adding, at that point character is also adding. So m के साथ dash भी add हुआ, फिर when the a is added, after that dash also again added, and when I have added n, so basically what happened, the dash again got added. the dash, when I written n. So basically these things actually happened in the pair. Can you see this thing? Because of this code. Now the problem was I don't need this output. I don't need this output. Why? I only need this output. So what I observed in the code, what I observed in this problem, मैंने ये observe किया that I only want to add dash m और a के साथ, आखिरी वाले को छोड़ दो, आखिरी वाले को छोड़ दो, क्योंकि if you are adding n with the dash, because we are using this logic ना, because we are using this logic, since we were using this logic, so what this logic is doing, for every character it is also adding that character a dash, and again when a is coming it is also adding the dash, and when n is coming it is also adding the dash, but we don't want to add the dash with the last character na. So that's why we put a condition कि भाई साहब अगर आप आखिरी में आ चुके हो, if you are not, like brother, if you are not the last element, so please keep on adding the character, and if you are at the last element, so do this thing, just only add this one, don't add the character, just in a simple language. Okay, abhi just work around in this question, okay, and just play around with it, then you will understand what is this question is doing. Eventually you need to understand how to dry run the code if you are not like practicing that thing, because this logic I have tell you a lot of times, like instead if you remove this if, okay, if you just add this thing, this logic I have already told you a lot of times. If you are not able to like relate it, that means you have not practiced the previous one, क्योंकि you unable to clear that image na, because the same kind of dry run I have also done earlier. Okay, so basically okay, function और inbuilt function दोनों एक ही है. Okay, like we used to say ना कि okay, basically when I'm talking about this thing, जब तुम when you are asking what is important, function or inbuilt function, भाई वो एक ही है. They are the same thing. They are not different. It is something like in a single body you need both of the thing. Okay, kidney and liver. So function and inbuilt function are not the separate topic. Those are the same topic. But the difference is कि inbuilt function कि आपको basically we have already created some function for you, and in normal function you need to work on. Okay, so basically this is the point, and this is how you can use it. This favicol function, and here if I put a dollar, even if I put a dollar also, now this function will work. M dollar a dollar n. Even if I put a like star, now you will see that even if I put a star, in that case also m star a star n. Okay, just remember one thing, it is not adding the character with the last one. So basically abhi this is the thing what is happening in this code. And now one more thing, in the previous one, if I go to the previous question, just remember one thing, even if I'm not adding anything, if I'm not giving any character, here you can see that if I'm not giving any character, in that case what is happening? In that case, if I run this code, it is adding automatically comma m dot m comma a comma n. Okay, but now in my question, in my problem, in this one, okay, what is happening even if I don't give the character here, if I don't pass the character, okay, even if I don't pass the character, now let's see what will happen in this code. Now you will see that it is actually giving me m undefined, m a undefined, because the value of character is right now undefined now, because I didn't pass anything. So what I can do, I can set it here. If I can write up if condition here, if char is actually equal to undefined, then I can put char equal to comma. Okay, automatically what I'm saying that if char is undefined, that means you didn't pass anything. So in that case, I'm putting a char value as undefined. So if I run it, then you can see that MAN. Okay, first of all, just be aware of one thing कि don't try to understand directly this big program. पहले छोटे वाले टुकड़े को समझना. Okay, which I have already discussed with you all, like the this logic which I have created. After that, I have added the if condition. In the third step, I have added this thing. Just understand the thing in a step by step manner. If you are directly jumping into the big code, then like you will get a you can say that you will get a big disease. Okay, because you are directly jumping to the big thing. It is like jumping into an ocean. Don't this thing. Okay, always go in a step by step. Pehle just try to understand the basic code, and then after what happen when you add the if condition, and in the third step what happen if I add this thing. So that is the point of all this. This is our custom function na, whatever I've created. This is our, क्योंकि मैंने बनाया है ये, because we have created this. Okay, just want to show you one more thing. Let's see one function that is known as slice. What is this slice function? So basically, if you read this thing, slice is doing method returns a shallow copy of a position of an array into a new array object selected from start to end. Okay, so now if I just copy this thing, problem 11.js. Where value equals to x 1 2 3 4. Now what is this slice function is doing? If I go here, what is happening? It is writing animals dot slice 2. Okay, so if I just do console.log value dot if I write add a, okay, so if I run this, now you can see that C and D. What it is doing, basically what is the actual meaning of slice? What is the actual meaning of slice? Suppose you have a cake. Okay, suppose it is your birthday. Suppose it is your birthday and you have make a slice of cake. Okay, this is the one slice. So basically what I am doing using slice is basically we are cutting this cake, and what is our cake? Our cake is our array. Okay, we are slicing this array. Okay, so what we are doing, this is our cake and we are now slicing our cake. Okay, so basically what is this 2 means? 2 basically means you directly go to the second position, 0 1 and 2. It will slice the cake in this part. Oh, congrats, tomorrow you have a birthday. So now the thing is, like whenever you are writing 2, so what it is saying that, yeah, this is the start point. This is the start point from where you need to slice the array. Okay, you want to find this tukada. You can say that this is your cake, and if you do this thing, in that case so you can say that this is your cake, and now in that case what will happen? So when you are writing 2, so automatically if you run this, so you will get ke. Why you get? So basically what is happening here? So basically what is happening here, when I'm putting 2, okay, so when I'm putting 2, so basically it is my starting point. Okay, so you can see that like k is actually got sliced. Okay, so now in that case, if you want to put it one, if you are putting one, in that case, that cake will get sliced ake. Why? Because you are slicing the cake from this position. Okay, whatever you want to do, it will do this task. Okay, so now also, if you are saying that I want to cut the cake only this part, I only want to eat this part, 2 to a to k, so in that case you will write 1 comma. Okay, after that you will write, 1 second, I just need to test it. So you can see that if you want to slice this part of the cake, if you want to slice this part of the cake, 0 1 2 3, so in that case you are starting from this one. Okay, and you are going till 3. It is not including 3, it is actually less than 3. So whenever you want this ak slice, in that case just write 1 from where you want to start, and 3 just 1 greater than value of that one. Okay, and automatically it will slice your cake. Where x equals to value, and now suppose value dot slice, and suppose I want to slice 1 comma 3, console.log x. Now tell me one thing, what is the output of this one? What is the output of this one? 1 comma 3. Okay, so you are saying this is the output. 1 comma 3 basically means 0 1 2 3. Okay, so now you will start from this point A and it will go till k. Okay, so basically what is happening, like here you can see that A and k. So in that case what will happen, your a and k will get as a output. So if I run this now, let's see what will happen. So it is actually giving me that output. Got it? Everyone understood this slice? Now I just want to show you one more beautiful thing. Yes, Priyobrato.
Yeah, sir. Actually, whenever am I audible?
You're audible.
Yeah. Sir, whenever we are doing that function slice and passing that value to, then it is showing us the output will be A and K. But sir, this is the confusion I am getting, sir.
Matlab, in this one,
In this one, sir, no, the previously you have taken two, no?
what I have
Two,
taken?
two. So two slice and the value will be 2.
2 comma 3. Acha, just 2.
Just 2, sir. Just 2. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That time, the output will be A and K. Same as
No.
same as
In this time, so 0, 1 and 2. In this time, the output will be ke.
Yeah.
Because automatically it will start from this position, because if you go to the documentation, it is saying that from where you want to start, and automatically it will go till last. But the third way is, if you want a particular slice,
Yeah.
in that case you can go to till some position.
Okay.
If I run this now, you will see that
sir. So it is starting from the 2th position and till 3rd position.
Till end it will go till end, whatever end will be.
Okay.
Suppose
Sir,
whatever end will be.
Sir, sir, I have a doubt, sir. Yesterday's evolution.
In which one?
Sir, I have a doubt from yesterday's evaluation, sir. Evaluation.
Okay, don't worry. That evaluation, I would suggest that key till the end of this week, try those questions, because evaluation question are very special questions. No?
Yeah,
So,
sir. Actually, sir, I just want to know that, sir, if I want to set the ASCII value of something, sir. So what will I take, sir?
okay, don't worry. We will talk about that
Okay, sir.
later. Okay, you just
Thank you
ping
so
me,
much.
then we'll talk about it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So basically the thing is, when I'm talking about this cake, okay, whenever you are writing 2, so automatically it will go till last. Okay. And now if you are writing 2 comma 3, automatically it will if you are writing 2 comma 4, it will start from 0 1 2. If you're writing 3, okay, 2 to 3, then in that case what will be the output? The output will be k. Why output is only k? Because it is starting from this position, 0 1 2 3. It is starting from 2 position and it will go till 3, but it will not include 3. It will only go from less than 1. So only k will get printed. Okay. So it doesn't matter that it only works for the string. यहाँ पे आप कुछ भी डाल लो यार. You can put anything here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. It is working for the array. ये string नहीं है. This is array. Okay, it is actually working for the array. So whatever you will give, it will give you that one. So suppose if I'm writing 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 7 6 2. Okay, this is only starting from here and to going till this one. Now this is the splice. Now just want to talk about another very interesting function. Okay, so just pay attention to this one. So this is actually slice. So just want to tell you of one more function which is known as splice. Okay, so splice and slice has a very little difference. So okay, here you can see that this is actually splice. Okay, what is this splice is all about? So if I just take you to this one now, like if you come here and now January, March, April, June. Okay, and now in this one it is saying that if you want to delete something, so you just write the start point and it will delete your array. So just showing you, giving you an example. So if I just write this thing where animals, cat, dog, rat. Okay, lion. Okay, so here I'm using the splice function. Explain splice, explaining splice. Now here in this thing, just what I will do, I will write console.log. Okay, animals. And suppose if you want to write animals.splice function, and from that splice, if you write 1, or if you write 2, now let's see what will be the output. Now you will see that the output is rat and lion. Why rat and lion? Because it actually go to the 0 1 2 3. Okay, so basically the output is coming is rat and lion. Why? Because I have gone to this position, second position, and when I reach to this position, from there I have printed everything. It is same as slice. Okay, is it looking same as slice or not? Is it looking same as slice or not? Okay, so just want to show you what is actually the difference. Okay, so now if I just copy this code And if I write where x equal to this one, now tell me what is the output of x. What is the output when I will print x? When I print x, what will be the output? The same, it is the same thing ना, जो rat lion ही तो you will say why a cat dog. जब same copy किया है, same copy paste करने के बाद भी like I have, then even you are saying cat dog. Okay, so just want to show you the output. Okay, so just want to show you the, so it is rat lion. Okay, now if I come to the previous one, if I go to the previous one, now tell me one thing. If I use the same array, one second, if I use the same array, okay, just very interesting thing I want to show you all. Just tell me one thing. If I copy this animals array here, and if I do the animals dot slice 1 comma 3, now what will be my animals array then? What will be, because I have sliced that part. Okay, now if I am doing console.log animals, now in that case what will happen? In my animals I have sliced already 1 comma 3. Now if I run this, now you will see that it is actually giving me the complete array. Okay, it is giving me the complete array. Why? Because in slice function, okay, the original array will not change. Original array will not change. Basically, even if you apply a slice, like even how many times it actually totally up to you how many times you want to apply slice, but it will not change the original array. The original array will remain the same. But if you want the output of the slice, okay, so you can put x here. क्योंकि आपको तो पता ही है ना slice, what a slice used to do. Slice actually break the thing from 1 to dog rat. And in that case, if you just print the console.log x, so you will get the output of the slice, that is fine. But it is not changing the original array, and original array is animals. The original arrays remain unaffected. Okay. Now, if I come to the problem number 13, now here in this case, you can see that even if I do the splice, okay, even if I do the slice, now you can see that, sorry, even if I do the slice, now you can see that the output is rat and lion. Okay, the output is actually rat and lion. Why? Because come to the second position and it actually prints all the element till last. Now, if I print the animals, now tell me what is the output. Now, what will be the output? So basically, if I print it, now you will see that only cat dog will remain. Only cat dog will remain. Why? Because that is the difference between slice and splice. It is something like when I'm talking about slice and splice, what is actually the difference? Okay. Once upon a time, you have a cake. Even if I'm talking about the example of splice, even if I'm talking about the example of, suppose you have a cake. Okay. Your one friend Mannu come. Your one friend Mannu come. Okay. And suppose he taken the slice of and he eat it. Okay. Automatically this cake will get full. Like this cake will not break. This cake will remain as it is, and your friend Manu has eaten already the cake. Now your friend the next friend is came Sonu, and when the Sonu came, he again take the one slice and he ate it, but again the cake will remain unaffected. So you can say that this is actually a magical cake. Original cake will always remain as it is. Even Monu come, Sonu come, Rahul come, okay, anyone. But when I'm talking about the splice, in the case of splice, suppose if one person Mannu come, Okay, and Manu has taken the slice. In that case, your remaining, your original cake will look like in this way. Okay, now after that, what happened? The Sonu come. And suppose Sonu has also taken this slice. Now your cake will remain like in this way. Like 2 slices are gone. Okay, everyone is getting this. What is the thing here? Here in the slice one, original array will remain unaffected. But if I'm talking about the splice, in the splice one, the original, basically the thing is the or you can say that the original will get affected. That's why, yes, you can say that slice don't change the array. Splice, basically splice change the array, but slice don't change the array. Okay, so this is my splice function. You can see that this is splice, and in this splice, this suppose this is actually your Manu. Okay, this is your Manu. This is the Manu, and Manu has taken the rat and lion. This is Manu. Okay, who has taken the, and this is your original. Now if I run this, now you will see that what is happening. Node problem 13.js. Now you will see that Manu had taken rat and lion. What is the remaining? The original array will become cat and dog, because Manu has taken the rat and lion. But in the previous case, even if I take the example of slice, okay, instead of splice, if I'm taking this example of slice, now in that case, what will happen? You can see that Manu has taken the rat and lion. Even the original array will remain the same. I think this will clear your doubt. Okay, the first case is of the splice, and the second case is of the slice. Okay, got it. Just work around yourself, then you will understand what is actually I'm saying. The story will help you. Okay, the story is actually of slice. In slice, whenever you are doing the thing, whenever here in the second case, when I'm talking about slice, in the slice is like a magical cake. Okay, and when I'm talking about splice is something which you can break. Basically, when you are eating, so this is the story. So if I take you to this one in the like documentation, in the splice, the content of an array by removing or replacing existing element, adding new element. Okay, basically it changes the content of an array by removing or replacing. ये content को change करता है. It changes the content of an array by removing and replacing the array existing element. That is the example I have given you, the splice. So when your Sonu friend is coming, he's eating the cake, so cake is actually gone. So another friend is coming, he's eating the cake, so it is gone. But if I'm talking about the slice function, even if I take you to the slice one and just read it, it returns the shallow copy of a portion of an array. What is shallow copy? Basically, it is saying that it will give you the duplicate copy of an array, and in that case, you cannot affect the original array will remain unaffected. Yes, slice को खाते रहोगे कभी खत्म नहीं होगा. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let's move to the next one, that is string functions. Okay, this is our, you can see that in the left side there are a lot of function which you can use with the string. So those were the function which you can use with the arrays, and these are the functions which you can use with the string. So in string we have different kind of function. Just want to show you in a very fast way. So the first function which I have is to uppercase. So you can see that, like if I copy it, okay, if I just copy this thing and just show you on the compiler. So basically to uppercase function return basically it will convert into a uppercase. Okay, so if I go here, problem 14. Now you can see that here Okay, console.log, and here you can see that here I'm using the sentence dot uppercase. So this is the uppercase function, and uppercase what will do, it will convert this thing in this sentence, complete sentence into uppercase. So if I run it, now what is happening, it is actually converted this into a complete uppercase. So this is a two uppercase function. Okay, this is a magic function, you can say that. So similarly, I have another one whose name is, I have also another function whose name is to basically to a lowercase. There is also a lowercase function. If I just convert this thing into upper into to lower, if I write lower and if I run it, now you can see that all the elements are converted into a lowercase. Okay, so two uppercase and two lowercase. So the magical thing. Let's move to the next one, that is known as index of. Let's move to the next one. That name is index of. Okay, so now you can see that like this is my paragraph. If I go to the next one, problem 15.js. This is for the index of. So basically this is my paragraph. Now suppose I want to search for, dog. Okay, suppose in this one I want to search for the dog. I want to find where the dog is actually coming in this paragraph. So the quick brown fox jump over the lazy dog. You can see that dog is coming here. If the dog barked, was it really lazy? So index of return the given one argument substring entire calling return the index of first occurrence of this. It actually returns the first occurrence of that element. So basically when you are saying dog, so when the dog is actually occurring first, so dog is actually occurring here. Now if I run it, basically it is trying to find ki dog pehle kahan aa raha hai. Okay, where the dog is actually coming in this paragraph first. So dog is actually coming here. And now in this case, if I just write paragraph dot index of, this is the function how we can write it. You can just refer it, index of, and you just put your search term here. If you just put your search term, whatever you want to search, and if I just write console.log index of first. Okay, now let's see what is the output. You can see that it is saying that it is actually coming at the 40 position. Why 40? Why it is coming 40? So now let's count it. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Basically I missed the counting, but it actually give you the position where it is this thing is coming. So the position is 40. Okay, so basically वो आपको क्या करेगा, वो आपको डॉग ढूंढ के लाके देगा, वो बताएगा आपको कि डॉग कौन से इंडेक्स में आ रहा है. इट इज एक्चुअली गिविंग यू वेयर द dog is actually coming in. Okay, so if you just start your counting, it will give you the first index. Basically it is giving you the first index where the dog is coming. But you can also see that there is also another dog. Okay, if you want to find the last index, then what you can use. So if you want to find the last index, so I have something which is known as last index of also. Where is the last index of? Okay, you can see that here, last index of. Okay, it will give you the term where actually it is coming in the last. So basically that is the point of this one, index of, last index of, and now the today's last function. Okay, and which is also a part of our IW assignment. Okay, the last thing, the last topic, not last topic, it is the last you can say that inbuilt function whose name is split. Okay, split is a very useful basically inbuilt function which you will going to use a lot of times. Okay, which you will going to use a lot of times. So basically just want to tell you how the split actually works. So let's see. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, and this is the last topic of today's class. And this is also the part of the IW assignment. Actually, you don't have IW assignment for today. Okay, you don't have the IW assignment. You only have the, you can say that you only have the complete one and split. So now if I write console.log, basically what I will do, console dot, if I write where x equal to, and if I just use the split function str.split, okay, and if in the brackets, if I put a space, okay, just I am writing the split in this way, and if I just write the console.log x, now let's see what actually it will do. So if I just write it problem 16, and if I run it, so now you can see that it is actually, what it will do, it will convert your this string into a array. It will convert your this string into an array. Okay, and now suppose you want that I want to convert this thing into an array such that the will come first, the quick will come second, the brown will come third in the array, like in the indexes. So in that case, what you will do, you can tell your split function कि भाई I am giving you this string and you need to split this string between spaces. So suppose if I am splitting in a spaces, now you will see that it actually creates an array. So now what will happen when you are giving this space, automatically this split function, what it will do, it will create an array. In the array where it will find it will find the space where the space is coming. Space is here, here, here. These are the position where spaces are coming. And in these spaces, it will split it. It will write it will write quick, comma, brown. After that, fox. After comma, jumps, comma, over. So it is actually created. This is the 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index. Like this is the magical thing of this split function. Okay, split is very magical. You can say that. What it is doing, given a string, it is actually splitting it according to the, like automatically, basically automatically on space. Automatically, it is actually creating this thing in a space. Okay, even if there are 3 dogs, 4 dogs, 100 dogs, it's not about how many functions should you remember. It's just that the basic function you will automatically remember. Don't worry. Okay, it's just that I just want to aware you about the documentation. Okay. Now if I say that if I in the split function, suppose if I put a fox here, if I put a fox, now let's see what will happen if I put a fox in between. Now in this case, what will happen in this array? In this array, what it will do, it will try to, in this string, it will try to find the fox. And here in this position, it will find the fox. And at this position, this array will get break. And the array will become the quick, brown. Okay. This is the first index. And the second index will contain this thing, jumps over the lazy dog. So what actually it is doing, it is actually in the string, it is finding out the string whichever you are writing. And when you are writing something, it is actually breaking and it is removing the fox. Now fox will get removed. You will not find fox here. Fox will replace with the, like, because here it is breaking the array. Okay. If I just want to show you in the output, like what actually it will do. If I show you in the output, now you will see that it is saying that the quick brown, you can see that the first index, the second index is containing jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, so suppose if I write in this is right, if I write j, okay, even if I write something else which is repeating many times, okay, suppose if I write o, okay, now in that case, just do one thing first. Just try to do one thing. Try to find the o in this one. So that you will find o here, you will find o here, you will find o here, you will find o here. Okay, now break the string in this one. So the quick br like till this point, the quick br will come in the first index. The second index will be wnf. Okay, this is the second index. X jump, x jump will come in the third. Now jump s and o. After that the next will be here, this one, and now g, the last will be g. So this will come in and this will work in this way. Basically it will cut your string in that portion. So if I show you that, you can see that a quick br wnf x jumps. So basically whatever you will give here in between, it will automatically, yeah, o will remove. Okay, whatever you will give, it will remove that one, and instead of that it will break the array at that point. Okay, so now this is the thing. Now the problem, there is a problem with this function. There is a problem with this function. There is a problem with this inbuilt function. What is the problem? Now suppose if I'm writing, instead of this one, if I'm writing the quick brown fox, okay, and now even if I put a space here, now if I show you the output, now what is the output? If I show you the output, now you will see that it is saying that quick brown fox. But now suppose if I given a many spaces here, and if I run it, now you will see that it is also giving me some spaces in the index. Okay, it actually gives me some spaces in the index. So if I just decrease this, now you will see that it is also giving me 3 spaces. Okay, but I don't want that. Now this is actually my mistake that I put these spaces, suppose in my program. But I want my this split function to be smart, that such that it won't consider these spaces. Like everyone getting it? Like what is the problem with the split function, inbuilt split function? The problem with this is when I'm putting a space, in that case it is also adding the space in this one, but I don't want that. अरे इतना तो दिख ही रहा है ना यार, like you can see these things. If I'm putting a space, तो यहाँ पे extra space आ रही है. अब इसमें समझने वाली बात क्या है? Just see this thing ना. Like here I'm putting a space and here it is giving me the space. Putting a space. Here it is giving me the space. Here it is giving me the space. It is giving me the space. It is giving me the space. Okay, so that is the thing. Now what we'll do, we will write our own split function for that. To solve that problem, we will write our own split function. Problem 17.js. Okay, so now what I will do, I will write my own split function. So suppose my string is this. Okay, now I want one student help me in this code. Okay, and I will write the code with him from the scratch. Okay, so that I will make sure ki, and I'm not expecting that student know the thing. Okay, so who will come? Or please make sure that the voice is not there. Ravinder, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we'll do now, we will write the code for this one.
Okay.
ठीक है? तो जहां जहां पे wherever you are getting the doubt ना, you will ask me, क्योंकि इससे the other student doubt will also get resolved.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so here this is my string and I want to convert this string into a basically isme, like in this way, split in the, basically I will split in space, I will put the, and I want to implement the same functionality. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll do, first of all, I'll create an array output. Okay, and this output will be the final result. Okay.
Okay.
And now what I will do, I will run a loop in this string for where I equal to 0, I less than str dot length I plus plus. ठीक.
Okay.
Now what I will do, because this loop will run in this str dot length. What is the value of this str dot length?
X.
Hmm?
X.
नहीं मतलब इसकी value क्या? Because str is this.
Okay.
So if I am writing str dot length, what is the value of str dot length?
The last name.
So basically you need to count all these characters.
Number.
ठीक है. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19. So it will go till basically 19. ठीक. Getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अब देखो, what will happen? Every time if I print, like if I am printing console.log str of I, so let's see what will be the output which will get printed. The quick brown fox, ठीक है? Is it fine?
Yes.
Because it is printing str of I, 0, I of 1, I of 2, like every character will get printed. Now in this case, what I want to do, what I will do, I will write if, ठीक है?
Yes.
If my str of I, if my str of I is not equal to space, जब तक space नहीं है, if my str of I is not equal to space, till that time it is not space. I'll also put a bag here. Okay, wherever you got stuck, please tell me, because it will help me na, to other.
Okay, sir.
So now here you can see that one thing. Here I've created a bag. This is an empty bag. So what I am saying that, ki please run a loop in this, the quick brown fox. And at some point, if I like every time when this loop will run, okay.
Yes, sir.
So now just see one thing. So when this loop will run, it will check that. What will happen when this loop will run? It will check that I is equal to 0. Is it space? Not. Okay. Not equal to space I have written.
Not equal to space.
Okay. So t is not a space. So in that case, what I will do, I will add into my bag. I will add the t into my bag because t is not a space. Okay. Then the next character will come h. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in my bag, t is already there. Now when the next character is come, so h will added. Now e will come. It is also not space, so e will add into bag. Now when space come, okay.
Okay.
When space is coming, in that case I will directly write the logic in the else part. ठीक. यहाँ पे मेरा सामान तैयार है. The is ready. Can I put into my output array? In my output array, I will push the whatever the thing is ready. I will put into my output bag. I will push into my bag. Okay.
Yes.
मतलब समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
अब जब I have put into my bag, when I have already put in my output array, so I need to also empty my bag also. क्योंकि after that ना, after this space, I will fill this quick again. फिर से मैं quick को भरूंगा अपने bag के अंदर. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So basically, instead of the is actually I have emptied it. Now again, I will start from here. Q Q is not a space, so add into Q. U is not a space, so add into here. I is not a space, I will add here. C is not a space, add here. K is not a space, add here. So here I found the space.
Yes, sir.
If I found the space, go to the else.
Yes, sir.
And in my output array, this is my array, the is already there. Now I have also added the quick.
Yes, sir.
Tick. After that, I again make my bag empty. Tick. Now again start. I will again start from my
सर,
B.
एक दिक्कत है सर, जैसे आउटपुट डॉट पुश में हो रहा है, जो ये क्यू को पुश कर दे रहा है बैग में, उसके बाद
हाँ।
ये बैग एम्प्टी हो जा रहा है, बैग इक्वल टू,
हाँ हाँ।
सर ये एम्प्टी कैसे हो जा रहा है? तो इस खाली
इसकी वजह से हो रहा है ना। When you bag initialize bag thing with this thing, na bag automatically get empty. Getting it, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. यार आपका तुम्हारा नाम क्या था?
रविंद्र सर.
Okay. Thank you रविंद्र.
Okay.
ठीक है. अभी I'll just take some other student from this point क्योंकि I just want to know ना कि सबको समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है. Yes, Anubhav, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. अभी इतना समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically what I am doing here is every time I am adding to my the and then quick. Okay. Then
Yes, sir.
in my bag, the B will get added because B is not a space.
Yes,
So
sir.
B will get added, OROWN will get added, and brown will add it. After when it finds the space, at that point, I will come to the else part, and
Yes, sir.
in the bag, this
Bag
will add it,
empty.
and eventually at the end, fox will get added.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. अब देखो, my array is actually prepared after this loop.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after that, what I will do, I will console.log output. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I just want to see what is the output. Node problem 17.js. The quick brown, this thing
Yes,
is
sir.
actually got added.
Yes. Yes, sir.
But now the question is why fox is not coming here?
ये सब बैग एम्प्टी हो जा रहा है ना.
हाँ, बैग एम्प्टी हो रहा है, but the thing is कि like again, देखो, the reason is that कि why fox is not coming ना, क्योंकि what we have done, this is my array.
Yes, sir.
Okay, initially my bag was empty. I have added THE.
Yes, sir.
And when I got the space, after that I have added into my this thing.
Yes, sir.
After that, again my bag is empty, and again I add quick.
Yes, sir.
Again you can see a space here.
Yes, sir.
I will add a quick here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and bag is actually got empty. Again, brown is actually got into my bag. After that, you can see a space.
Yes, sir.
It will go to the else and it will add into my bag brown.
हाँ.
After that, what will happen? It will add the fox.
और लेकिन वो push वाले condition आ ही नहीं रहा है.
हाँ, after fox, automatically this loop will break and it will come out.
हाँ, yes, sir.
So what we need to do, but remember one thing, in my bag is containing fox.
Fox, yes, sir.
Bag में fox ही है because
Yes, sir.
bag is not empty right now.
Yes, sir.
So in that case, what I will do? In that case, I will add output dot push. I will add the bag. Okay.
Yes,
because
sir.
Bag is containing the last fox.
Last one.
If I run it, now you will see that the quick brown fox is added.
Yes, sir.
Getting it?
Yes,
but
sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
But now, suppose if I put like multiple spaces in this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And if I run it, so can you see that lot of spaces is coming?
Yes, sir.
Even if I go to the previous problem, okay, and if I add multiple spaces also here, and if I run it, you will see a same behavior.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but
Cool.
This is the behavior I don't want now. This is the behavior which I don't want in my function.
Yes, sir.
So in that case, what I need to do, देखो, how can I solve this problem if I want to solve this thing? So जब भी whenever I'm putting into my bag ना,
Hmm.
whenever I'm like putting something into my bag, I need to make sure that कि वो space नहीं होना चाहिए.
Space नहीं होना. Yes sir.
Okay, so in that case, what I will do, I will just put a condition that if bag
bag
is not equal to
equal to
space,
space.
then only you are not from the CS background, na?
Yes sir. नहीं CS background से नहीं sir.
Okay, ठीक है. So basically here what I'm doing, if I'm saying that if my bag is not space, then
Yes,
only
sir.
output into my bag. So every
Yes.
time what will happen, it will take care of that thing. So if I run it, one second. One second, I need to check. Why it is putting the space in space? Okay, sorry. Sorry. Actually, देखो. Hello.
Yes sir. हाँ STR. Yes sir.
STR नहीं होना चाहिए ना.
हाँ.
Not-
Back
not
तो
ba-
रहेगा ना.
back to back is a different thing.
हाँ. Yes sir.
Okay, so basically what I have done, now only Fox is coming. One second. Okay, so let's see the dry run. Okay, and using the dry run, let's solve the problem. Okay, what is actually happening here?
Yes sir.
So can you see that like I is equal to 0, and when
Yes, sir.
I is not
Yes, sir.
equal to the bag is containing T.
T.
Okay,
Yes,
after
sir.
that H will
H,
come and E
फिर
will
E.
come.
Yes sir.
Okay, and when it is actually seeing this thing,
Space. Yes sir.
this, when it is finding this thing,
Yes
so
sir.
at that point what will happen? It will go to the else,
Else condition.
and after that, if str of I is
Yes,
not
sir.
equal to space,
Yes sir.
but right now str is my space thing.
Space.
So one second. Okay, sorry. So if I just change this thing into, if I'm not putting a space, so here for now I'm removing this thing. Okay,
Yes sir.
right now I'm removing this thing. So in that case, what will happen? Automatically in my output bag, okay,
Yes
sorry,
sir.
my output array,
Output array.
the will get added. ठीक?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
After that, again, I'll start my search from here, QUICK, and it will add into my bag, QUICK. ठीक?
Yes
And
sir.
when quick will get into my bag, then in that case, what will happen? You can see a space here.
Yes sir.
ठीक है? So when
Yes,
the
sir.
space will come, it will directly go to the else,
Else.
and it will output dot push bag.
Yes sir.
What is bag containing? Quick. ठीक?
Yes sir.
Now after that, can you see another space?
Yes sir.
So now it will go here if str of I is not equal to space. So it will
Yes.
directly again go to the else.
Else.
What it will push into the bag? Bag में है क्या इस समय?
कुछ नहीं खाली है तो वही है वो कॉमा प्रिंट कर देगा.
Comma. It is not a space. It is a blank. It is a blank thing.
Yes sir.
And it will insert into my bag.
Bag. वही
Okay.
प्रिंट हो रहा है बार-बार.
हाँ, तो what I need to do, I need to write one condition here कि if my str of I
is equal to nothing.
Sorry, if
Bag
my
is
bag,
equal
if my bag is not equal to nothing.
Yes sir.
Okay,
Yes
it is
sir.
not.
Yes sir.
It is not space.
Yes.
It is nothing.
Nothing. Yes sir.
At that point, what I will do, I will put my this thing. ठीक है?
Yes sir.
Now I'll just see what is the output is coming. So now can you see that the quick brown
Yes, sir.
fox? So
Yes,
now
sir.
this is how I actually problem solved.
Yes sir.
So what I have done, basically
Mm,
क्या हो क्या रहा था? Basically what was happening at that time? पहले वाले जब when the first space was coming, at that time it was going to the else, and when the first space has come, after that in my output array quick was inserted.
Yes, sir.
And my bag was get basically empty.
Empty.
And again when the space was coming, so again it going to the else. And this line was not written at that time.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
in
sir.
my output bag I was inserting this thing.
Yes, sir. Empty. Yes, sir.
Again the third space will come, and at that time again it going to the else, and it was again inserting the empty thing. Okay, eventually it was get collected, but here I'm putting the condition, if bag is not equal to this thing, then in output push bag. Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is the thing which you need to understand. Okay, thank you. So guys, this is the thing which we are doing here. And basically, and now what I will do, I will put this thing into a function. Okay, just try this thing like on your own. And here I'm writing my split. Here this is my split function, and in my split function, what I will do, I will copy this whole code. I will put this whole code. Okay, and now when my output is actually got ready, in that case, return output. Okay, now my split, and after this, here instead of I will send my string using this thing str. And here if I just print it, my split, so this is the function I'm calling it, console.log. Don't worry, it is just the first time you are learning these things today. Okay, eventually you will get comfortable. I am teaching this thing from last 3-4 months. Okay, and I'm learning these all programming thing from last 10 years. So that is the difference. So that's why I'm saying just have patience, and intentionally I'm showing you all these advanced things. So the reason is that at least you are learning something. Okay, 10% is safe, but when you will dry run once now, then you will understand why I'm doing this thing, because I've also shown the dry run. Okay, while I was explaining this thing to while explaining this question. So if you just watch this video or watch this part again, then you will understand why that bag is actually empty. So that dry run will only give you that feeling why it is actually happening. So now if I run it and if I show you, now you can see that the quick brown fox. So this is how I can like implement these inbuilt function like in my way. Okay, so the reason is that why I've implemented this inbuilt function, because sometime maybe this inbuilt function is not working the way which you want. Okay, in that case, later in the future, the time will come where you will write your own inbuilt function, because you can see that the default inbuilt function is actually creating that much issues. Okay, it is not taking care of these things. So in that case, what we'll do, that's why I'm saying that in this one, okay, this will inbuilt function is actually working perfectly. Okay, so one second. Okay, it is actually missing the fox. So I will write output dot push bag. Okay, because at last, if I run it, sorry, it is the problem 17. The quick brown fox. Why I put the push in the last? Why I put push in the last? The reason is that my original statement is this thing. Why I push fox in the last? The reason is that क्योंकि देखो, when I was seeing the space, जब मुझे space दिखा, then I'll put this the in an array. When I see this space, then I'll put this the in an array. Okay, When I see this space, then I'll put this quick in an array. When I see this space, then I put brown in an array. And when I see after that, after Fox, you cannot see any space. So automatically what was happening, the array was actually the loop was exiting. Okay, so after Fox, I don't have any space. So automatically I need to do this thing manually. This is the manual step which I'm doing. Okay, so don't worry, just watch this video, then you will understand clearly, very clearly. Okay, but it's just that you need some rest, okay, to understand the things. Already you have grasped a lot more content, that's why. Okay, so just 1 second. Okay, let's have a just 1 second. I am sharing the Notion link with all of you, that Replit link with all of you. 1 second. Okay, so basically the first thing is I'm putting this Replit link in this Notion doc. Okay, you will find in the Replit link session, and I'll share the please save it somewhere. Okay, in your email, in your Slack, everywhere. Okay, I'll also, because here you will find all the Replit links. Don't worry, I'll also share the Replit link on that one. And one more thing, so let's have a small okay, I just give you that one of functions. Okay, this is the Slido link. Okay, and I will also put the link in this one. Slido, and you can also take it from here, or otherwise you can take it from your chat. So basically these are the questions on functions. Okay, so they just want to understand like how many you have understood. Okay, today it is too much late. Okay, but don't worry, we have only 3 more sessions are remaining, okay, of JavaScript. Then you will be free. Then you will feel like heaven. Finally, it went to an end. After that, you will have evaluations. Then you will move to unit 2. This is last week of coding. Okay. Next week you only have DSA. Only 2-3 classes. You only have a DSA. 3 class you have more of JavaScript. Okay. So no, you don't have any revision of coding. So, but yeah, you can leave if you have done with the Slido. Okay. Those who want to see the solution, they can. Really, I made the JavaScript easy, or it's just that I made the torturous of making you sit for 3 hours. I can appreciate that patience. Okay. You also have that you are sitting with me till this end. Oh, thank you all. Yeah, thank you all. Okay. Now I'm feeling good that some students are, even after sitting for 3 hours, they are not saying that, sir, why you are making so torture in our life. Okay, great. Okay, so I'll discuss the solution with all of you. The solution is like when I'm talking about x, like x cube, so this will be 2 to the power 3, that will be 8, right? What is the output of this one? Console.log x, where z equal to print message hello. And in that case, it will print hello 2 times. Okay, this hello and using this z. Basically, you can see that now here in this z is also contain here this this function is also returning x, and what it is returning? The hello thing. Okay, if you call this function, it will take the hello, it will print the hello, then it will return the hello, and automatically this console.log z will print the hello. So 2 times hello will be get printed. What is the value of this function print value? For I is equal to 3, I less than x, I equal to I plus 2. So 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, it will, this loop will go till 3, 5, 7, 9. And now if I go to the last one, okay, there are no questions. Okay, so now the one thing is, the last thing which I want to share with all of you, the last thing, just because the next assignment is also on the Replit. Okay, it will not be like your OJ assignment. 1 second. Just want to give you some notification that one more thing which I want to tell you all, that this is the inbuilt function assignment which you will get. Okay, what you need to do, you need to implement your own custom function, okay, which will have a same behavior. If I go to this link, now you will find that you need to implement this join function. Okay, implementing join function is like a bag when you are implementing the bag. And remember one thing, you only need to do the basic functionality. Okay, there are many versions of the same function. You have seen that join with a separator, join with this thing. I'm not expecting that much. I'm just expecting that you will implement the basic version of that one. Okay, there are multiple of this thing, no, substring this one and substring this one. So I'm not expecting that you will implement all of all the variations of there. Okay, just the basic one. If you implement the basic one, that is fine for me. Okay, if you just implement the basic of them, so it is fine. And there might be many cases. Okay, there might be many cases that for that function, the many boundary cases. but I would recommend that just implement the basic functionality, whether it is working or not. Okay, don't go to in like explore it a lot. Okay, so thank you all, take care and work on the assignment. So meet you in the next class. Okay.